New at 6, an Atlanta woman attacked by a fake flower delivery man.
The suspect caught on camera walking up to her home with a large bouquet. The victim says he tased her with her 2 kids inside the home.
And tonight she says her attacker still on the loose. CBS 46's Tori Cooper spoke exclusively to the victim about the terrifying encounter. Good evening, Tori.
Good evening, Alan. Sabrina says that this camera you see above her garage caught someone pulling up here for more than 16 days straight. She says during the course of that time, the individual in that car was able to study her whereabouts and therefore develop a very sophisticated plot to get inside her house. It's a knock at the door. Sabrina says she will never forget.
I'm terrified right now just because, you know, I'm a single mom. I don't live with a man. So now it's like, I'm calling my older boy because, like, hey, you want to live with me? You know, like, I'm scared for my life. Like,
Sabrina did not want to show her face out of fear that this man in a white shirt, seen getting out of a white van with a bouquet of roses, may recognize her in this interview.
Like, I'm not a stupid female. I don't just let random people in my house that seem like a real home delivery guy. He at least paid like $300 for those flowers.
Sabrina says when she answered her door, the man asked if he could come in to set the flowers down.
He set them down. When he turned around, he pointed something at me. It looked just like a gun, and I was getting tased probably for like 10 seconds.
She managed to remove the taser from her stomach, run upstairs to get her gun and her 2 sons, ages 5 and 10. She called 911, but the man already took off.
I never stepped foot back into that house when I left.
Sabrina then took another look at her surveillance cameras and noticed different cars pulling up to her house at different hours to survey the area. Her camera also caught this man in a mask, dressed as an exterminator at the door just days earlier.
He was there looking. He was sizing up the cameras.
Sabrina hired a private investigator, Sergeant Jay Graham, who says he checked every flower shop in the area, but couldn't tie the bouquet in question back to one location. But he did discover that this man was not looking for wasps, but rather looking at the cameras outside.
I hope somebody got some information and find them.
Now, Sabrina says the man was not wearing any gloves, and therefore she believes his fingerprints are likely still on that vase of flowers. Now, I reached out to the Atlanta Police Department to find out if they ever took any fingerprints, and they did not get back to us as of news time. Meanwhile, Sabrina says she's just hopeful that they can track this man down before he hurts anyone else. Live in Buckhead, I'm Tori Cooper, CBS 46 News.
Okay, ladies, I forgot to mention this off the bat. There seems to be a disturbing situation here where you have people posing as delivery people in order to gain access into your home. And this woman here is clearly being targeted. So somebody, for whatever reason, is after her. And she wasn't checking her cameras like she should have, I must admit. But the second part to this video, where another person gave their opinion about this video, and it just goes to show and point to the fact of one of the reasons why black women are not protected. This black guy, you know, just gave such an incendiary view about the victim, who he basically shamed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue on with this video, listening to this douchebag and listening to his comments, you know, and his views on what he had to say with regards to this video, but more particularly what he had to say about this black woman. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue on with this video, and then I'm gonna come back with my commentary.
Thank you, Tori.
Something is going to happen to her. Don't be surprised before the year is out, you hear something bad happen to her. The reason why I say this is because she's an idiot. This is stupid. This doesn't make any sense. You're telling the world you're a single mother. You have half your face on camera. We see you have black leather seats in your car. Your name Sabrina, not your last name, but your name Sabrina. All he has to do, or they, we don't know, because you failed to watch your cameras, review your cameras, until you let a stranger in your home with roses, flowers. You let him in, he tases you for 10 seconds. He could have killed you and your children. You're dumb. There's no way around it. Now she wants, I should call her by her name, Sabrina. Now Sabrina wants her male cousin to come and stay with her. Now, do you want him to stay with you because he can defend you, or just because he's a male? We don't know what type of male your cousin is. So he could stay with you, but if there's an intruder, what is he going to do? If he doesn't do anything, what good will he be staying at your house free of charge, eating up all your food? She's desperate. Pookie and Ray Ray is watching the news where she's at, looking for her address. They don't need her last name. They already have her first name, Sabrina, and her address. All of her information is out there. Announcing to the world that she is a single mother, she's scared, she does not know what to do. This is dumb. You have literally put a target on yourself and your children. You live in a nice home. You live in a nice area. This isn't Pookie. Oh yeah, I brought up Pookie and Ray Ray, excuse me. Pookie and Ray Ray may try to talk to her. Trust me, the first man approach her wanting to date her or act like he wants to date her or just sleep with her, she's going to try to move him in. She's desperate. She's desperate and dumb. The new lick is the single mother. If you are a single mother, you have a good job, you live in a nice neighborhood, they watching you. You don't have any protection. You're a liberal. You're anti-gun. Too much violence in Black America, so the liberal woman is anti-gun. Mr. Clean, acting like he's the flower guy. These guys are pretty crafty, aren't they? He's not dressed up like Pookie and Ray Ray. He's not dressed up in the hoodie. He's dressed up as a flower man in a flower van. That is very dangerous. She's lucky. All she got was a tase. When she seen that flower guy at her door, she could have talked to him through the door. Or if she has the type of camera system with voice, she could have talked to him through the doorbell, through the camera system. But she's so thirsty. She thirsty. Knowing nobody sent her dumb ass any flowers. Nobody sent your dumb ass no flowers. You knew that, but you thirsty. That flower guy knows that. They've been watching you. They've been watching your every move. You have no clue of your surroundings. You don't look around. You don't notice, hey, I've been seeing that same van here. I've been seeing that same van parked across the street looking suspicious. You're driving around in a gold Audi, a mustard gold Audi, a honey Dijon mustard colored Audi. Single mother, obviously doing well for yourself in an era where the jackers rule the night. I would say the day too. Police officers are resigning. Police officers are resigning all over the country because of the mandate. All over the country, they're resigning. Not only did you forget to, not only you, but the police, forget to get the fingerprints from the vase the flowers were in. But your name, again, is out there. The color of your car is out there. All of your information is out there. Anyone can do anything they want to you at any given time. There's nothing you can do about it. You don't even have a gun to protect your home. You don't even have a gun. You live in a home with your belongings, your possessions, 2 children, showing half of your face on news, telling the world that you're going to ask your male cousin. See, everybody know there's no men in Black America. All of the men are either gone or effeminate. You see the effeminate man all over YouTube. He's all over YouTube. Everyone knows this. The single Black woman is on social media talking about she's single. When she's watching content creators, it's always about gossip. She's never watching content that could save her life. She's never seeking valuable information to keep herself safe. More than likely, she's one of these working single mothers who don't have a lot of time to date, easy to date, dumb, don't know she's being watched. She has no clue she's been watched. She doesn't even check her cameras. She doesn't even review her cameras to see if someone came by, maybe there was a crime and she made, anything. Just reviewing your cameras. She doesn't have a man. All her time is spent working and taking care of the children. When she does have free time, she's not trying to review any cameras. She's getting her gossip on. More than likely, she's one of these gossip girls talking about Halle Berry and what goes on in Hollywood. On top of all of that, she's an airhead and she's dumb. She's an airhead and she's dumb. I'm not going to cut no corners. I never cut corners on any stories. This is stupid. Your information is out there. The color of your car is out there. Your first name is out there. How many children you have is out there. The way your home looks is out there. Your address is out there. You have no gun. You have no man. You're at the mercy of these criminals. You're at their mercy. Now you're looking for the cops to run some fingerprints. How they gonna run fingerprints and there's not enough cops to go around? They're resigning. There's not enough cops. Over the past 2 weeks here on my channel, I've been talking about a different world. It's a different world. You better catch on quick because it could cost you your life. This is another Amazon Prime example. Not understanding the world we are in. You got crooks dressed up as flower men going to thirsty, dumb, single black women's homes. So thirsty, so lonely. There's some brothers right now looking at this story, listening to the story, licking their chops like, man, that's an easy come up. There's some brothers listening right now like, man, I don't have to go sleep on mama's couch anymore. If I meet her, I can sleep in her bed, just protect her home. That's easy. She's too dumb to go and get a weapon. She's on video talking about getting her older male cousin. Like, what are you talking about? What? What are you talking about? Go and get you a weapon. Another thing could happen is she could be so desperate, she could move the wrong man in around her damn children. This is a jacked up situation. No men in Black America, no men in the Black community, just single. Now, that may not be a Black community, an exclusive Black community. That could be a mixed community. But still, this single Black mother is out there with no protection. She's a liberal. There's so much violence in America and in Black America. She doesn't want to be a part of any guns, even if it's to protect her home. Now we have cops resigning. We have penitentiaries releasing violent criminals years early, 12, 13, 20 years early. Murders are up in America 30%. Murders are up 30%, not 20%, not 25, not 26, not 27%, not 28%, not 29%, but 30%. That's high. That's high as giraffe's ass. But this single mother, Sabrina, her intellect, her awareness is shorter than a midget on his knees. How did she, obviously she has a master's or a bachelor's. She completed some type of schooling. How do you complete this schooling but you still dumb? You complete this schooling but you still dumb as a bag of rocks. This is stupid. This is dumb. You at the mercy of the flower man. You can't even do nothing to the flower man. I don't give a damn if he's an actual flower man or not. I mean, they all dress up anyway. They all dress up. They can't locate the flower van. They can't locate the man. You in trouble, Sabrina. You need to be thinking about relocating, but before you do, get you a weapon. Because there's no guarantee that your cousin will come and stay with you and protect you and your kids. Put his life on the line because you refuse to get a gun. I hope people are learning something from this video. This doesn't make any sense. And you need to know the time, the place, the era that we are in now. It's a different world. They dressing up as Krusty the Clown. They dressing up as the flower guy. They dressing up as a big beetle. I mean, they dressing up, I don't know, I'm just coming up with shit right now. But they coming up with all type of shit to get money, to rob you. She lucky. She could have been laid down, face flat, robbed, car gone, bank account empty. kids duct taped. They could have did a job on that dummy. Much worse could have happened also. I don't want to get into that. But for women out there that's viewing this video, don't cover your eyes with your palms. Oh my gosh. No, look at this. Ask yourself, am I dumb? Am I a dummy? And be real with yourself. Go in the mirror, look at yourself and say, hey, am I a dummy? Am I an idiot? And if you are, fix that. Fix it. If you're a single mother, get you some weapons. Stop kicking the can down the road because you the new lick. You easy to get. You ain't got no man. You a woman. Women love flowers. She just let the flower guy in. He didn't have to listen. He dumb too because all he had to do was come in and say, hey, I just dressed up. I like you and I've been watching you. She would have put her kids to bed, took off for work for 2-3 days, maybe a week, gave him some fire head and some butt, made him dinner, breakfast, and lunch. Would have took him around her female family friends. He's an idiot too. He did not know how to play it. She let him in her home, all in her space. But he took out a taser. He could have had money for a while. She would have paid him. She's desperate. She's desperate. She's desperate and dumb. This is what happens when you have two idiots occupying the same space. This always happens. This is always the end results. But she's at the mercy of these crooks, these burglars. I mean, I don't mean to keep saying this, but she's not too bright. She's not bright at all. She's a sitting duck. I'm going to wrap this video up. I believe I rambled too long, but it's so many layers to this. It's like, wow. Do you not see what's going on outside in this world? You don't have a clue? A lot of people don't. You'll be surprised. I'm not surprised, but you'll be surprised. A lot of people don't have a clue. I'm out. Peace.
Okay, ladies. I'm just going to give my commentary on this video from this douchebag. This biscuit head, bucket mouth, douchebag bandit. Now, this woman is clearly victimized here. You know, she's a black woman, single mother, and she received some flowers, delivery. There are the flowers here. Get a close-up. Those are the flowers. See, this is the title of the video, but those are the flowers that she got. She let this guy in. He asked, can he bring the flowers in to sit them down for her? And she let him in. Now, I do want to start off saying, yes, she did make some mistakes. And this is going to be a part 2. Because in the part 2 video, I'll expound more, excuse me, on her mistakes and give some safety tips. But what's really disturbing is this guy's, his view of this video. He basically attacked her, calling her thirsty. He was basically degrading her when he's sitting up there saying that there's no way that she would be receiving any flowers. Saying that she knew that nobody was going to bring her dumb ass or her dumb butt, so to speak, any flowers. He basically saying that this black woman is not worthy. She's not worthy being a receipt of anything, much less any flowers. So, because she's not worthy of receiving any flowers, and that there's no way anybody would give this black woman any flowers, she's basically thirsty, desperate, for letting this man in, the flower delivery guy, for letting him in to deliver the flowers. Oh, she's thirsty because she know that she's not worth getting any flowers. So, this is one of the reasons why we as black women are unprotected, because we have black men like this who sit here and celebrate. He's clearly celebrating this incident. He's taking pride. He's boastful and he's proud about what took place here. He's tickled pink that this happened to this woman. There is some hate and envy of her independence. How he just went into such great detail about her gold, mustard colored gold Audi. And about where she lives. She lives in Buckhead. That's where this took place. Now, for those of you who knows nothing about Buckhead, Buckhead is a very exclusive Tony community in Atlanta. You have a lot of your professional, well-to-do blacks and others who reside in this exclusive community. Now, Buckhead is like, say, Calabasas / Beverly Hills, because it is very exclusive. It's quite Tony, and you're not going to find any minimum wage workers, if you will, residing in such a opulent community. Well, this guy just basically took exception. So he wants to call her lonely. He wants to call her thirsty, knowing nothing about this woman. He knows nothing about her at all. But yet she's thirsty, she's desperate. And then to suggest that the flower man, if he would have played it right, she would just let him in and take a few days, maybe a week off, and give him some fire head and butt, quote unquote. So he's basically denied this black woman her victimhood, because she was a victim, but he stripped her of that and reduced her to a lonely, thirsty, desperate thought. That's what he reduced her to sit there and suggest that she would do that. Talked about she's anti-gun. The lady noted in the report that she had ran upstairs to retrieve her gun and her children. And this guy was celebrating, police officers, they're resigning. Black men are waiting for cops to resign so they can exact their revenge on black women. Because there is a lot of resentment, which makes misogynoir, at the level that it's at. And it is quite real. This guy has resentment. He can't call her broke. Couldn't call her chicken head. Couldn't say she was on welfare, because she's most likely living better than him. Then he talks about her car with the leather seats inside. He made a lot of irrelevant statements. But then again, when you're attacking someone and you're stripping the victim of their victimhood, thus you're denouncing what happened to the victim. And when you do that, you blame the victim for what happened. And that's what this biscuit head, bucket mouth, douchebag bandit decided to do. Now, had she been Karen or Becky or Anoush or Maria or Fong Fang or whoever else, anything but a black woman, he would have been offering up a whole host of support. Would have been offering up all kind of support. But see, because of misogynoir, ladies, this is one of the reasons why we're not protected. Because for those who don't know what misogynoir is hatred of black women. Unlike misogyny. The misogynist, that's all hatred of women. But misogynoir is hatred of black women, because noir means black in French. So misogyny, that's hatred of women. But when it's misogynoir, it's hatred of black women. And a lot of black men have that. They didn't want to say, oh, black women need to quit with the I don't need a man. Well, I just laid it out. I'm like, well, black women do not need all the shenanigans that comes along with dealing with you black men. No black woman, excuse me, no black woman should be subjected to and be forced to tolerate dealing with the black man because of his physical strength. Ladies, I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. We must come and know and understand that we're not protected. We may not be strong enough physically, but, with weapons, like a firearm, we can even the battlefield. While we're not strong enough to physically defend ourselves against these men, we need to let these men know that they are not bulletproof. This is what we have to do. We have to start weaponing it up for ourselves. This is what we have to do. We have to weapon up, ladies. This is what we have to do. This is the world that we live in. Yeah, my screensaver came up. That's the city. That's society. This is where we live, ladies. Right what we're looking at on the screen, this is where we live. We have to be safe out here. I stress it and I stress it and I continue to stress it. We have to be safe out here for ourselves. He was celebrating. It's like he couldn't wait to be able to report something of this nature. The hate is real. The resentment, the jealousy, all of it is real. And this is what they have against us. So this is going to be a part 2. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. I would much appreciate it. I'd appreciate if you comment. And I would even appreciate even more if you subscribe. I really like to know your take on this, ladies. I would like to know your thoughts and opinions. Please view this and let me know what you think. I really like to know. It's important. So till then, Have a great day and have a wonderful evening. More to come.